with possession of the ball.
So the Bears backed up to their 35, having kicked the ball out of bounds. They had originally kicked from the 40 because of the infraction against the Lions. And Butler into the wind. The ball comes down at the 16-yard line. And that is Alvin Moore getting over the 30 to about the 33. Morrissey and William Perry in on the tackle for Chicago. So the Bears, with 12 consecutive rushes, not one pass, used up 8:22 on the clock, went 63 yards, finally scored after 7 tries from inside the 5-yard line. And when they did score, it was somewhat disputed.
Look at the time of possession, 12 minutes to 2. The Lions have hardly had the ball. When they did have it, they were moving it.
And we're in the final minute of this first period. Play action, Hippel, a busted play, is sacked. Richard Dent, Steve McMichael, and Perry all there. Some kind of a miscue, Johnny.
It certainly was, and Otis Wilson is actually the first one there, 55, as they were doing that fake and the back, and he was going to throw the ball, so it's just that it was a slow developing play, and Hippel had no time to get up there and set up as the Bears put the all-out blitz on. And William Perry was in on the tackle, number 72, a two-way player.
22 seconds left in this first period. With this timeout, the Bears 7, Detroit nothing. Free-spirited Jim McMahon enjoying the Bears' early lead and a day of rest as Steve Fuller takes over for the Bears' regular starting quarterback, who has a bad shoulder and basically a bruised body. It is second and about 17. James Jones is dropped by Dave Dewerson after a pickup of maybe 3 yards near the 30-yard line of the Lions. They'll spot it at the 28. Dave Dewerson, 10 seconds remaining in the quarter, and Dewerson has quietly done a fine job of reading Todd Bell, the Bears holdout.
Look at this. The Lions are bringing a whole new team on. You don't suppose they're going to punt on 3rd down, do you?
Well, I think they are, because Mike Black is dropping back to punt.
This is the Lions right now look like they're going to punt on 3rd down. Now, I mean, could they be so afraid of the Bears' pass rush on 3rd down? I can't understand this.
Well, Minnesota ahead of Green Bay 7-3 in the first period. As we sort out these circumstances, the Rams leading the Giants 7-0. And Buffalo ahead of Houston 3-0.
I got to believe, as you look at Philadelphia leading Atlanta 7-0, I mean, I guess they're taking advantage of the quarter situation. Are we into the second quarter?
No,
that's it. That's got to be it. They're going to punt with the wind.
They want to punt with the wind, must be the answer.
Yes.
And later today on CBS Sports, the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins in a key NFC East game. The Cowboys at 6-3, tied with the Giants, and Washington at 5-4, tied with, or rather ahead of Philadelphia at 4-5. The Eagles tied with St. Louis at 4-5. So a real battle for playoff positions in the Eastern Division, and an old traditional rivalry that should be a tongue war out there today. Dallas, Washington later today here on CBS Sports, and all of you will be seeing that except those of you in the Chicago area.
I guess Darryl Rogers figured that 3rd and 15, and he wasn't going to take the shot on that. As you can see, the heaters on the sidelines trying to keep their hands warm. I don't know why. Most of them are wearing gloves anyway. They wear gloves in these days in the NFL, right?
You didn't have gloves back in '63, I know, Johnny. Yeah. All right. Well, the Lions want to kick that ball with the wind, which is a considerable factor here today. We have seen it on the kickoffs by the Bears' Butler. On 3rd down, they will punt. And as Darryl Rogers, in describing the way they've been playing this season, is to utilize the long field for the opposition, the short field for themselves. Black had to field a high snap. It was nearly blocked, and a flag is down. Dewerson at the 8-yard line. The Bears are probably going to be called for roughing or running into the kicker.
Otis Wilson was back there, and he ran into Black after he punted the ball. Now, Otis Wilson, 55, may have been confused back that he had to jump up and get the ball and thought that maybe the protection for the punter was off. But it's not off unless the ball hits the ground.
Tom
We got
Dooley.
a personal foul running into the kicker. Number 55 on the receiving team. First down.
Well, the Lions were playing defensively and wound up with a big break here. They've got a first down.
There's the hit by Otis Wilson after Black got rid of the ball, and he did hit him. There's no question about the situation. Correct call. The Lions maintain possession.
They'll have a first down at their 33-yard line. Larry Lee is snapping the punts for the Lions. The regular snapper David Jones went on to injured reserve with a neck injury this week. So Larry Lee nearly threw that one away, but it turns into a big break for the Lions. This is Alvin Moore. Moore gets about a yard and a half to the 35-yard line as time expires in the first quarter at Soldier Field, with the Chicago Bears leading 7. Tim Ryan with Johnny Morris back at Soldier Field, where Darrell Rogers' Lions typically hanging in the game, and yet in the first period they had only 2 first downs and 19 total yards to 89 for the Chicago Bears, and it took a disputed touchdown to give Chicago the lead. Lions ball at their own 35, 2nd and 8. Loose ball, flag down. Bears say they've recovered. Wait for the official signal, but a flag is also on the play.